What's up, YouTube? Welcome back. So something I see that's a little bit overlooked on YouTube is lighting. Lighting is very important to how to light your videos. No matter what you're doing, if you're doing film, photography, reviews, gaming, no matter what you're doing, lighting is very important. And I feel like it's very overlooked on YouTube. I've seen like a ton of lighting tutorials, but like what they never mention in the lighting tutorials is how the different lights affect how your video looks. What you saw in the beginning of this video is the different lights that I turn on in order to get this type of look and or setup. Now what you probably saw when I turned on the first light, my key light, which gets me the most light, it was probably enough light to light this shot. But see, I've watched a lot of like Peter McKinnon, Maddie Hapoya, aka Travel Fields, Ryan Cahill, Creative Ryan, YC Imaging, and then I noticed like whenever I did certain lighting, it never came out like their lighting. And then I realized something. They're using all these different lights and in their background and everything, and it makes it look different. But a lot of them have like aperture 120Ds, which is like a giant light and a light dome to go with it. And a lot of us can't afford that because that's like, I don't know, a good $600-700 on one light. So here's more of like a budget friendly way to do this. All you really need is kind of like 1 or 2 good lights, but it depends on what you're going for. Like I'm going for a little bit brighter, but still at the same time film style look. I think I might have it too bright. I might have to adjust it a little bit. But you're gonna have to keep playing with your lighting setup to get it the way you want it. And none of these lights are truly that expensive, to tell you the God honest truth. My one key light that I have right here, right off the side of the camera, came in a pack, and it was 2 lights, which you had to assemble for $89, $119, which is something I saved up for, and I was able to purchase it, which got me this look, which I use one giant light to give me all of this, which lights me really nice right here. And then I use a second light. It's behind my computer, which is like more of a hair light, which comes down, hits the back of me right here. I also use it for game streaming when I'm streaming on Twitch. And then as you can see, my Mega Man right here for all my anime figures. Don't come at me for my anime, please. I love anime and cartoons. They're my jam. Y'all remember sitting down back as a kid, eating like a bowl of Captain Crunch and watching cartoons in the morning. Don't come at me because I got this. It's not really for light, it's just for an aesthetic. You can add lights just for aesthetics, just for a specific look, like you just want it to be there. And then behind the Mega Man is another light which lights up the figures, and back to the Mega Man shooting out another light. And off to the side there is a fill light that sometimes, this area is a little bit dark with some shadows, but just to give it a little bit of contrast, I added another light, which is the light that I just picked up, which is from Great Video Maker Light, and it was $66. And I had to buy it came with its own charger, but I wanted it to be portable, so I bought the batteries and the charger for the light, which is like another $20. You don't have to get all these things at once, but once you save up and you get these things and you play around with your setup, you get the light how you want to, and you can control your light. See, these lights are controllable. I can dim them down whenever I want to, or turn them up however I feel like the situation requires. My key light, I have it set to almost max brightness, which I'll probably dim it down a little bit depending on the lighting situation. My hair light, which is the one behind me, it's dimmed pretty low because it's just gonna highlight right here, putting me a little contrast between me and my background, just a little bit of contrast. And then the fill light over here, I actually have a blue gel over it, just to shoot like a small blue light. This is okay, and if people aren't noticing these things, that's okay. That's okay, but it shoots like a little blue light on me, and it just gives me a little bit of color on this side. And usually I'm wearing like my hat facing forwards, but today it's backwards. So I do that because when I'm wearing my hat facing forwards, the bill adds more shadow, so this adds more light to contrast my face. So that's another reason why. And I'm not trying to get too technical on the lighting setup, but I just want you to know these are the different things that I've done and played with my lighting setup over a period of time where I felt comfortable, where like this is how I want to light my videos. So don't feel bad if like your lighting setup doesn't look like Creative Ryan's or Peter McKinnon or YC Imaging or Casey Neistat or Sarah Dietschy. You know, you have to find something that makes you feel comfortable. But this is just like a majority setup that you should always have a light just like this to come down, boom, and it hits you. And you can do like a 3, depending on what type of video you're doing. You could actually take both lights and put them right next to the camera and have them come down on you, just like that. And which would be perfectly fine and acceptable. No one will question it like, hey, what's with the light here? No one's gonna question it. It's gonna be bright. If you were doing like a makeup tutorial or something, it's gonna be bright where people can see the makeup and a different contrast in there. You can't even afford these lights. That's okay. I got you. All you need is a window. Windows work too. And you're like, oh no, that window light. No, son. Window light is perfectly fine. And then if you have a big enough window, it'll light your video perfectly fine. And there's nothing wrong with window light. But a little trick, what people don't let you know with window light is, I would use it right now, but I just don't have a reflector. You can buy a reflector. It's like $39. Set the reflector against a wall or anything propped up in your location and have the light bounce off and come off the reflector and hit you, giving you a nice even lighting set. So you wouldn't even need that. Even if you can't afford $39 to get the reflector, all you need is like a white sheet. So you can go to like Michael's or any arts and crafts store, get yourself a sheet, and you can put it up against something and then still have the window light come in, bounce off of it, and hit you. And no one would be the wiser. I've even seen people go as far as have window light and there's a reflector down to the bottom, or have like a LED light, which is what I'm using, and it'll come straight down, bounce off the reflector, and bounce back, giving them an even coat of light. There are a lot of different things you can do, to be honest with you, with lighting to make it much more yours. And I didn't realize how long I could really make this lighting video. But there are all these different things, and that is maybe a reason, if you've ever wondered why your look doesn't come out like their look, is because they've experimented with these lights to give it their specific look. Plus your camera and your lens plays a big factor in that. So don't worry if your lights don't come out like my lights, and don't worry if your look doesn't come out like my look. Make your own look. That's what is gonna make you stand out on YouTube. I'm making my own look to try to stand out on YouTube. That's why instead of me having it white as a LED, I chose to put gels on this light and make it my fill light, which I'm gonna do a review on this light. It's coming soon. Great Maker Videos actually makes a lot of dope lights. So if you can't afford a lot of these lights, they make cheap lights, which is really affordable. And then the light itself comes with the light, the charger, diffuser if the light is too strong. And all you may need to do is buy a light stand. Like I said, this light was $66. The light stand was, I think, $19. You can save that type of money up and, you know, get yourself some nice lights. And if you're saying to me, well, Rel, like, I can't afford any of that stuff. I don't even have a proper camera. I got a webcam. Got you too, fam. Got you right now. I'll show you exactly what it looks like. Even if you get one light, one decent light, you don't even have to buy LED lights. You can go to Home Depot, make yourself like a cheap light. Got you right now. And the reason I even thought of a webcam is shout outs to my man Virus. Be down in the comment section. He mentioned something about if I can lend him my camera. F out of here. No. But if you have a webcam and you're interested in making videos, all you would need is, again, a light source. And you can fix the light source however you want it to. Play around with it. It doesn't matter if someone tells you it's trash. You're just working on it. And you can make it work with a webcam and OBS. And I do have a side mic, which is Blue Snowball. It's $50. It comes with its own stand. I have a pop filter on it, so when I say you know, people can understand me. I'm not here slobbering all up in the camera and everything like that. And as you can see, my camera's in the background. My bed's a mess because, you know, I rolled out of bed and I was like, you know what? YouTube video time. But like, look, this setup would easily work. And then you just have to play around with you can play around with the settings of your webcam just like a regular camera, and you can change around the settings till you find something that's workable and something that you agree with. So don't let the fact that you may not have a DSLR or anything like that stop you from creating something. because your point of view is your point of view. And that's it for me, guys. Peace. I'm out. That's all I got.